Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week.
PA State Representative Dane Watrow and Senator Dave Argel will be hosting a free concealed carry seminar on Wednesday, April 9th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the West Hazleton Borough Building. The seminar will feature Luzerne County District Attorney Sam Sanguadolce and Luzerne County Sheriff Brian Zumsky, who will explain the do's and don'ts of gun ownership and answer any public questions about PA gun laws. We spoke with Representative Watrow, who was excited to share this information at the seminar.
Safety is super important above everything else. So gun safety is important, and then we're going to talk about your right to conceal a weapon and the proper way to do it and the legal way to do it. So there's all things that going to be great information is going to be there.
Anyone interested in attending the event is asked to register at repwatrow.com/events or by calling 570-344-1573. The deadline to reserve a seat is Wednesday, April 2nd. The West Hazleton Borough Building is located at 11 South 4th Street in Hazleton. A Wilkes-Barre man is facing charges after police say he struck a pedestrian with his vehicle and fled the scene. According to Wilkes-Barre Township Police, William Boyle has been charged with aggravated assault, accidents involving personal injury, and failure to notify police of an accident in connection with the incident. Police say the incident took place around 3 a.m. on Monday near the Sheets on Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard. The victim told police that he had been walking southbound away from Sheets when he was hit from behind and fell to the ground. According to the victim, he then limped back to Sheets to get help. Police say video footage of the incident showed a white Pontiac Sunfire striking the victim and losing a side view passenger mirror. The vehicle was later located in the area of Blackman and Hazel Streets, and Boyle was taken into custody. At the time of his arrest, police say Boyle smelled of alcohol and refused to take a chemical breath test. Boyle is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility for lack of his $10,000 bail. The victim sustained an elbow injury in the crash and was treated at a nearby hospital.
Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton held an open house on Wednesday to present a new pediatric rehabilitation service location in Hazleton. Manager of Pediatric Rehabilitation Ben Ivey told us a little bit about the new facility and what it will be used for.
Yeah, so this is a brand new facility that we designed to work with pediatric rehabilitation. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy services.
Ivey said there is a need for these types of services in the Hazleton area, and the goal of the new facility is to fulfill that need.
This is the first standalone pediatric rehab facility in downtown Hazleton, so we are increasing access to care for kids that have specific needs, whether it be motor needs, language needs, sensory needs.
The facility includes private consult rooms, therapy session rooms, a gym with a climbing wall and monkey bars, and a room for sensory play. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton President Tammy Torres said she was thrilled to see the new facility complete and ready for the public.
It was an awesome experience, just coming through, seeing this space, how welcoming it is for our kids, and to be able to bring this resource to the community is very important to us. We are a community hospital, and with that, we want to put resources that the community can use.
Torres said one goal for the new facility is to help serve the autistic community in Hazleton.
So we know that we're seeing more children with autism. So I think that's benefit number one, to be able to have a resource just dedicated for that neurodiverse population, aka known as autism, and to give them that space to be a child, to be free, as we're developing them on all different levels. So that is what's amazing and what we're going to be able to do. And this is what we heard from all our therapists that are here today, that welcoming space, the ability to close that door, to have that child go one-on-one focus with them has been just an awesome experience for them as well.
The facility is located at 140 North Sherman Court in Hazleton and will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday and from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Fridays. A physician's referral is required in order to receive the services provided at the facility. 2 men are facing drug charges in Hazleton after police say they attempted to flee from officers. According to officials, members of the Hazleton City Narcotics Unit were first alerted to the scene on Tuesday when they received information about a possible drug transaction occurring in the Hazleton area. When investigators began monitoring the area of 70 South Locust Street, they observed a transaction being made and converged on the vehicles. Police say one man, later identified as Josue Agramonte Moreta, attempted to flee the scene on foot and was quickly apprehended. A second man, later identified as Christopher Jimenez Rosso, fled the scene in a vehicle at a high rate of speed with another passenger inside. Police say the pursuit traveled through Hazleton City into West Hazleton, where the vehicle came to a stop near the location of Harry's U-Pullet. The 2 occupants of the vehicle then fled into the woods. Following a 20-minute pursuit, police say Jimenez Rosso was taken into custody. The third suspect has not yet been identified and remains at large. Both men have been charged with evading arrest and possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance in connection with the incident. They are both behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility, unable to post bail.
A man is wanted by the Hazleton City Police Department on drug distribution charges. According to police, Elder Mendez Cabrera is wanted for selling narcotics in the Hazleton area. Police say Mendez Cabrera also had an outstanding warrant for similar charges in West Hazleton. Mendez Cabrera is described as a Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs approximately 190 pounds. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. A member of Luzerne County's 911 team has received a prestigious award. Quality Assurance and Training Coordinator Brian Black recently received the APCO Trainer of the Year award. APCO stands for the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, and the award acknowledges individuals who have demonstrated exceptional training abilities within the public safety communications field. Luzerne County Manager Ramoda Crocamo said the award was well-deserved.
Brian has trained most of our 911 operators. He just does a tremendous job, and it is wonderful that he's being recognized by the state and by his peers.
Black has served on the Luzerne County 911 team for 27 years and was also presented with a citation from the PA House of Representatives for his service.
Coming up on WYLN News, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Lee Heighton, Part 4. Plus, we check in with State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's weekly update. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Alexander Bonoma. I'm 12 years old, and get your umbrellas out because tomorrow's WYLN forecast is rain.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined here with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Hey Ryan, thank you so much for sharing time with me today.
Yep, it's always a pleasure. And today we're going to talk about sunlight because the sun's coming back.
You know, most people, I think when you talk about sunlight, their main goal is I don't want to get cancer, don't get too much sun. But balance is a key of all things in life. In my practice, a woman came in once, she was low in vitamin D. She was so depressed, so achy all over. And when I said to her, go for some blood work, get some other second, when she came back and saw it, I was so low in vitamin D, I feel like a new person with 5,000 milligrams a day. I had no idea 10 years ago that vitamin D was so crucial. So for many people, getting some sun is helpful, but they say northeastern Pennsylvania, we never get enough. I don't want you to bake out there and burn because you'll get skin cancer down, years from now. So moderation with sun, but take vitamin D with calcium to absorb into the bones, because on a DEXA scan, you don't want to get, weak bones from not enough calcium. But vitamin D, sunshine, it's just good for the attitude, it's good for the whole body.
Yep, good for the body and good for the mind. And I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on this edition of Feel Good Friday, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide. 1-800-215-3680.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
With the outbreak of World War II, many of Lehighton's sons volunteered for service against the forces of fascism. One of these volunteers was Clarence Smoyer. Originally born in Perryville in 1923, Smoyer would join the 32nd Regiment of the 3rd Armored Division, where he served as a gunner on the M26 Pershing tank, dubbed the Eagle 7 by its crew. The team would have its moment on March 6, 1945, when it entered the city of Cologne, which had earned the reputation of being Hitler's fortress city during the Allies' final push into Germany. "Gentlemen, I give you Cologne! Let's knock the hell out of it," the unit's commander declared before the battle. And with memories of the comrades that had been killed in combat across Europe on their minds after they entered Germany, Smoyer and his brothers in arms were prepared to do just that. Once inside the city, the Eagle 7 would meet up with a dreaded German Panther tank in front of the Cologne Cathedral. Known as the Monster, the Panther had guns powerful enough to send a shell through multiple opposing tanks. This one had harassed any American troops it saw, but Smoyer's crew decided to take it on. They drove close enough to the Panther to be muzzle to muzzle with it, and in a 45-second encounter that was memorably caught on film, Smoyer fired 3 shots into the Panther that left it in flames. He would gain the title Hero of Cologne for his actions in destroying the powerful enemy tank. Before the encounter with the Panther, however, he had also fired on what he thought was a German army staff car driving through the battle zone into his tank's path. In the heat of combat, he thought he might have hit a woman in the car fatally, but dismissed it, if so, as likely a secretary or mistress of a German general. Decades later, after a civilian career that included a 40-year tenure with Wyln in Bethlehem, Smoyer finally got around to watching the footage of the Battle of the Cathedral. What he saw horrified him to the core. It had been a woman in the car, subsequently identified as Katharina Esser, and she was in fact merely a civilian that had been trying to flee the battle in the city. His possible culpability in her death would continue to haunt Smoyer for several decades afterwards. In 2013, Smoyer, hoping to find some peace of mind, reached out to Gustav Schaefer, who had been a gunner in another Panther tank in Cologne during the battle. The two were able to bury the wounds of war in the encounter, with Schaefer admitting he too had fired into Esser's car when he had also seen it. The two would remain friends afterwards. A few years after that, Clarence Smoyer would become the subject of the best-selling book Spearhead. In his last years, he would receive the Bronze Star for his wartime service. He died in 2022 at age 99. Lehighton's veterans would see the drive-in wave that was sweeping the nation in the late 40s reach their area after they returned from the war. The Mahoning Drive-In was built in 1948 and opened in 1949, featuring a 120-foot screen. While many drive-ins have come and gone over the intervening decades, the Mahoning has proved itself to be a survivor. And to those who visit it, a trip back to the past, one of the few surviving drive-ins to play movies off its original projectors on 35mm film. By the 1950s, Lehighton would also get a taste of the future of the automobile when the Mahoning Valley Interchange of the Pennsylvania Turnpike's Northeast Extension opened to traffic in 1957, allowing Lehighton residents quick access to the Philadelphia to the south and Scranton to the north. As the decades progressed, rock and roll took off, and a local boy got a chance to play with one of the all-time greats. Denny Sywell had been born in Lehighton in 1943 and started playing the drums at age 5. He joined the Navy after graduating high school and performed in the Navy Jazz Band. After service, he went to Chicago, where he was tutored by ace drummer Roy Knapp. From there, it was on to New York City for Sywell and a job at the Half Note Jazz Club. It was there in New York where he would draw the attention of Paul McCartney, who was looking for musicians for a new band following the end of the Beatles. Liking what he heard, McCartney recruited Sywell as the drummer for his album Ram, and then afterwards invited him to be a charter member in Wings. Sywell would be the band's drummer for its first 2 albums, Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway, as well as in the group's theme song to the James Bond film Live and Let Die. He would leave Wings in August 1973 due to pay disputes, although he remained in good terms with McCartney. Sywell would go on to drum for many other major stars in the year that follows, including Art Garfunkel, Donovan, James Brown, and Billy Joel. The 70s would see the rise of a shift in retail, with businesses moving out of downtowns into malls and shopping centers. The Lehighton area would experience this shift as well, with the opening of the Carbon Plaza Mall on Route 443 just west of town in 1972. Its original anchors were a Lane Co. food store and a W.T. Grant department store. After the Grant's chain declared bankruptcy in 1976, J.C. Bright's department store moved its downtown Lehighton location into the former Grant space, merging it with the chain's flagship Lansford store. Bright's would close in 1995, ending over a century of service to Carbon County. Its space in the mall is currently operated by a Big Lot store and the Mahoning Valley Cinema. Other businesses have come and gone in the mall over the years as time has marched on, but it remains as a bastion of commerce for the Lehighton area and beyond.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hello, this is State Representative Dane Watrow of the 116th Legislative District with some news you can use. The Internal Revenue Service is again warning taxpayers about tax season scams. The agency has identified the dirty dozen most common scams for individuals, businesses, and tax professionals. They include phishing scams via email or text, bad social media tax advice, fake IRS individual online account help, fake charities, false fuel tax credit claims, credits for sick leave and family leave that are no longer available, bogus self-employment tax credits, and ghost tax return preparers, among others. Remember that IRS will never contact you using social media or a text message. The first contact from the IRS usually comes in the mail. Taxpayers who are unaware whether they owe money to the IRS can view their tax account information at irs.gov. Thank you.